Oh, well, how's our evening going? Ha, ha. It is I, your main man, Mo Love, coming at you live and direct from the man cave. And as I have promised, we're going to sit down and look at this here book. You dig? Got some stuff on there with some little exercises to do. You dig? We right back on introductions on the rest, what it means. See that upside down one? That's a whole rest. This one on top is a half rest. This one over here is a quarter. It is. I guess you said, well, what is a whole rest? The whole rest is 4 beats. You just give it a rest. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and that's a rest. A half rest is a 1 and then back on the beat again. And the quarter rest is 1, and then you back on the beat. So now, we get to this here, now, that's what y'all don't know. This right here is this whole thing is ledger's line right here. That's the staff, right? On the staff. You dig? That is a bass clef. And this right here, you tell me what this is, right? Now, we're going to go back a few pages because some of y'all got to catch up. We're going to teach you how to read this. You dig what I'm talking about? You're in the man cave, and I know you ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to move nice and slow for you. I'm going to take it nice and slow. Ooh. Nice and slow. Let it roll. Here come it's a smooth sailing, nice and slow. Let it go. Yeah, you are on the Delta Belt right now. As you looking at me on here, you is in the Delta Belt. So that's what you gonna get, some good music, baby. You understand? You understand? You understand? Do you understand? You understand? Yeah, man. This right here is if you can listen. Please listen. If you want to get better, there's nothing wrong with having a natural ear and running this natural. You dig? But having this information, it helps you know what you're doing even better. Especially if you're rolling with somebody, right? With a band or something like that. Some of them read, some of them don't. All they need to know is what you're doing. What beat is it? And they put some soul to it. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me twisted. But if you got that down and you just want to know, you don't want to be sitting over there by yourself or isolated, and you want to know what it is, like how engineers, everybody else, until they get ready for you to sweep the floor, and then here you come sweeping the floor, right? Nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But reading this can help. Reading this and practicing it can help you because you can look at it and see what it is and throw it down and go back to being whatever you was doing. And you can tell anybody you want to, I don't read or write music. I don't do it, right? But all the whole while, you came to More Love, and I showed you how to do this because that's part of your well, let's see, I wouldn't say repertoire, but you can put that as part of your arsenal. You dig what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where you can slap the shit out of somebody, and then they can't figure out how they get, why they lip is busted, why their nose is bleeding, and their eye almost closed, and you ain't lifted a hand, you ain't lifted a finger. That's because everything they say and talk about you like a damn dog, you turn out you is A1. They should never done that. They should never said nothing messed up to you, but not even about you. See, this is actually is Kwandu, Taekwondo. I learned some Taekwondo. Yeah, yeah, from the Anderson. I came down here in Arkansas after being a kid. All my life been coming and going as a kid, vacation, make no mistakes. I know who my family is. It made damn sure ever since I was a coddling, swaddling, clothing, you know what I'm saying? And got down here growing out mine. And that was Master Anderson. So my family, I'm looking for my family, my cousin, right? Because we all started and was raised in Nebraska, right? But she came down here. Now, I'm cool with all everything's good, right? But they moved down here years ago. So I come down here and see what's up with her. And something I never did know. She been practicing karate, judo, and everything all balled up in one, which is Jeet Kune Do, right? And she good at it. She raised a daughter that's cold-blooded. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, man. I seen this girl, man. This girl will kick your ass, man. I'm talking about she would really kick your ass. Now, I seen one other girl in Nebraska. I forget what her name is. It's on my tongue, but I don't want to say it because I might mess the name up. Later on, I'll mention it. But when we was growing up, she was taking these courses, uh, karate and all that stuff, and judo and stuff, and she was cold-blooded. She'd beat the boy up. She'd beat a grown-ass man up. Let me tell you. Okay, now that's how cold-blooded this girl was. I'm like, ooh, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. She ain't worried about droughts or draw unless you got a gun, of course. You better not blink because she'd take that from you, man. Uh, anyway, so that's what we got down here. Teach all ages, from little baby to senior citizen. Let me tell you right now, and beyond. And so here in Arkansas is Master Anderson. Karate. Don't sleep on him. He's the man around here, and all his students are ice cold. Please believe me. But me teaching you, you didn't ask for the problem, but you ain't finna let no stress, you ain't finna take nothing either. So, cause a lot of people could fight. I guess let me really sew that up. Some people could fight. But when you go to the Master Anderson's Taekwondo class and all that, you go from fighting to just having the skills to take care of yourself, self-defense. He'll make you an aggressor out of it, to be aggressive. In other words, don't take these skills out there and just go jumping on people just because you learn or something. This is for self-defense. And I mean that. And I, for one, let me tell you something. There's two types of ice cream and cake you can get. I will spare you on that. Yeah, you acting a fool that really sits you down and give you ice cream and cake. You won't believe it. Yeah, he's my ice cream cake. But back to what I'm talking about. It's even. Yep. Here we go. I'll just go tell you this right here. Either way, you gonna need a roll of toilet paper. Now here we go. Now we got that out of the system, right? And just get a hold of him on a serious note. Just get a hold of him. They teach you if you go to one of these other little gyms and you pay $1 a day for a year's membership, how much is that? All right, from $1 to that, just go talk to him. He got you. Now, gym, a regular gym, you go do what? You go in there and you might sit in there and you might sit on one of the little bicycles or something like that and play on your cell phone or whatever, text somebody. Then when you finally just put it down, all of a sudden ring-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, I got to go. Ain't bust no sweat. You done leaped out like you. I just came back from working out and you ain't done nothing. Well, you go there and you're going to get every dollar's worth. Trust me. All you got to do is go find it. Master Anderson's Taekwondo lessons, or however you want to say it, martial arts. They get into contests and tournaments and all that stuff. Trust me. It's better than wasting your money buying minutes for a goddamn cell phone. I'm tell you right now. You get something you can take to the grave with you. Tell you right now. This is what's going on. The introduction. We're gonna teach you how to read music. This what we own. That's what we own right now. We're gonna really learn how to read this now. We're gonna really know how to read music. It's a beautiful thing. You know. Once upon a time, you couldn't have had this. You couldn't have had this. All right? You couldn't have had this. You couldn't have had this. You want to know why you couldn't have had this? Because you will get whooped. Why? Because niggas ain't read. Niggas can't. It's against the law for niggas to read. It was once against the law for a nigger to read a book. Did you know that? That's the most significance here in Arkansas. Little Rock, bring your ass on here and get your lesson well. They got beat up, spit on, kicked in the back, going to school 1957. They endured all of that and said, no. You're going to remove all this segregation. Don't move it. Get out of my way. Let me read my book. So this is why I'm going to go ahead on it and lay it down for you. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you we're going to get good enough? We got all the bang-a-lang-a-lang. Now, we really want, at this point, we really want to know how to play this thing, right? This instrument. Look, this bass has has so much funk on it. You dig what I'm saying? It quit playing. Had to fix this. Now watch this. Let me show you something. Anytime else I say, it is I, Mo Love, and this is my bass guitar, and you hear me do what? Reach over here and do it. And first thing when I move around, you hear that all that noise, right? You hear how clear that is? See that? Now, that's how much funk had done been played on this guitar. Clean up, it did. It just quit work. Especially once I got it. It did go up top out. Now you hear that? So now it's to the amplifier. What can it do for real? See? Now, along with that, which makes you ought to make you say, well, you know what? Instead of just making up something, which eventually you know that's where it all come from. You need what key, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. We right back over here again. Now let me read it. It says music sounds are indicated by symbols called notes. Notes come in all shapes and sizes, but every note has two important components: pitch and rhythm. You dig? Pitch, the highness or lowness of a note, is indicated by placement of the note on a staff. A set of 5 lines in 4 spaces. Notes higher on the staff are the higher in pitch. Notes lower on the staff are lower in pitch. See right there? See right there? Okay then. Okay then. To name the notes on the staff, we use the first 7 letters of the alphabet. Right? Here we go. Here, you can look on it. Say A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you start all over again with A again. So then that makes it what? Higher in pitch, which is the 8th note. Since you started out with the A, right? But it could have been C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. So that would make it 1, 2, 3. See what I'm talking about? If you started with a D, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you started with an E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See what I'm talking about? You got me? Yeah. Follow along. You too can learn this, right? It took me a long time. It's you gotta get in your brain, you gotta get used to it. You know, make this somewhere in your daily uh, vocabulary. Now, adding a bass clef assigns a particular note named to each line and space on the staff, centered on the pitch F for the 4th line from the bottom in the bass clef, in which most music for the electric bass is written. The names of the lines start with the first line. are G, B, D, F, and A. The names of the spaces starting with the first space are A, C, E, and G. Now, see that right there? See right there? Would you look at that right there? Right there? See, that's your bass clef, right? And these are your ledger lines, right? Okay. Now, what we got here? And this one right here indicates the spaces in betwixt. So as you can see, that's an F up here. F will be right up under that line if it's down here. See that G right here? So watch this. F is right up under this line, just like that space right there. So that's F, G. So that's 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You see that? Where that circle, where that letter is, where that note is at right there? That is 8 step spaces away. But anyhow, this line right here is G. That's B. That's D. That's F. And that's A. That line right there. Good boys does fine. Always. Right? Then you got right here A. Space in between. Then you got C. Then you got E. Then you got G. All cows eat grass. Now you see that? That's how you can remember. But once you get older and you start knowing what it is, every boy gets some draws. First things first. At least do it, boy. Do it right. You might get some. That's the blues. That's the blues. Every dog out there. Oh, dog ass boy, Duke and draws ass boy. You're with me so far. You can have some fun too. All right. Nara. We're gonna learn. Nara, we're gonna learn. Yeah, but I mean it to the heart. Nara, understand? Say after me. Nara. All right. Rhythm. You see that? You see that? Say rhythm. Rhythm refers to how long or how low many beats. Where we at now? That's how long, right? I did say that. How long, right? Or for how many beats a note lasts. This is. Let me see. I'm reading it backwards because that's what it says. Indicated. I said, okay, indicated. The following, right? Now, this is what it says when I'm looking at, because I'm looking at a camera trying to read it right, and it's backwards. Because that's the reflection that they got on here. I don't know, the camera ain't gonna fight it no more. I got this thing to flip it all around, but I've been getting a kick out of it this way. Forget about it. Let's see. Now it says rhythm refers to how long or for how many beats a note's last, right? This is indicated with the following symbols. All right, man. See right there? That right there with that hole in it. That is 4 beats. You would say G, 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. And as you notice, it's going up. And then it starts again. B, then it go up again, right? See, when it sit on top, that's a B. Then it'll be a line, be one little line through there, indicating that it's a ledger line, but it'll be just enough pad, just right through there, the note, what it'll be, and that'll be C. D, then E will have a line through it. F, then G will have a line through it. Yes, sir. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn, Kunsta and Kizzy. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Why? Because Mo Love is teaching you, baby. That's why. Kuntas and Kizzies, you is going to learn. Now, that gets 2 beats. When you see that little stem right there, and it's open, that gets 2 beats. So G would be like G and B and D and F and A. Remember? This would be G, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. So this will be G, 2. B, 3. D, 4. F, 1. F, well, F would be 2 because that'll be 1. F, 2. A, 3, right? And next one be 4, if there was another one there. But that's why you space that out. And then this one be just like this. If these were shaded in, it'll say G, B, D, F, A. G, B, D, F, A. G, B, D, F, A. A, C, E, and D, or G. Like that there. Oh yes. Now to help you keep track of the beats in the piece of the music, staff is divided into measures or bars. A time signature or meter at the beginning of the staff indicates how many beats you can expect to find in each measure. And that's what you get right here. See, 4, 4, common, right? 4, 4. And the other 4 means you got 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get it? Yeah. So then watch this. Watch this, young. Just watch this, young. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, which is C, 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 and, or C, 2, C, 3, C, 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 4, C, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of it. You don't hold it, you good, but you just pluck it, stop, don't let it ring. Now, aren't y'all feeling a little bit better now? Somebody help me. Somebody got little bit of confidence, and they slow down for you, just for little old you. Everybody else ain't got, nobody got no time. You done spent a little bit of money, you still don't quite understand what they're talking about, right? They want to take something, get impatient with you, see? You get a little more confident, you know what it is. Just like you could turn the light off, take your doo-doo, long as you know where that toilet paper is, right? As long as you know where the white, where that toilet paper at, you can manage, couldn't you? All right, I think so. Now it says intervals. The smallest distance or the intervals between two notes is called a half step. If you play any note on the bass and then play another note one fret higher or lower, you have just played a half step. If you move 2 frets higher, 2 half steps up, or 2 frets lower, 2 half steps down, you have moved 1 whole step. You don't believe me? That's what it say right there. So that gives you an example right there. Okay. Now, a lot of times when you look, they got it turned upside down. I don't care if you, when they show this example, I don't care if you go on TV, on YouTube or whatever else you be on, and you be looking, they have this model on here like this. This would be the nut, right? But you would expect for the high string to be, the low string to be up here, and the high string to be up here. But the high string will be up here, and the low string will be here. I don't know why, but it'll be straight just like this. You see what I mean? If it'll be just like you see it. This will be here. This will be here. But actually, this would be E, A, D, and G, which is like this on your guitar. G, D, A, and E, which is the lowest string. But they got it like this, right? So when you play, this just means half step. And if you play here and go all the way here, that's a whole step. Okay? Now, incidentals. Any note can be raised or lowered a half step by placing an incidental directly before it. Now, that's either, they calling these incidentals. That's somebody want to be proper and want to talk extra refined. It's an incidental, right? It just means a sharp is raised a note 1/2 step. It's 1 fret. That's this right here. That would be considered a sharp. That's what that is, a sharp. Then this right here indicates a flat, which is lowers a note 1/2 step, which is 1 fret lower than the note you're playing. That's a flat. This right here is back to natural. If you read in there and it's one of these right here, and you see this right here, that's a natural. It go right back to here. So if it's let's see, this would be right here. It started on A sharp or B flat, right? This one right here is E flat. That's an E, and that would be F. C and B has no. B has a flat. C has a sharp. F has a flat. E has a flat. F don't have a flat. but it does have a sharp. So if you playing it in the sharp and it says go back to natural, bam. Or you playing this sharp, which would be a D sharp, because that's an open string, but you put right here, play it here as a sharp. You let the string open the string, and just pluck the string, and it'll be back to D when you see that right there. On these ledger lines, it will be right here or right there, placed right there, before the note. Where? So, again, that's what this is right here. It cancels the previous used sharp or flat. It cancels it out. That right there, that little, let me get it close so you can see. Bang. You know my grandmother, she used to, man, she had some books and things, man, and had this piano, and man, she look up there, and pluck, you know. And I ain't had no clue what I was looking at, and half the people come through the door didn't know it either. But my uncle had this partner, man, that could play these guitars and stuff, and he could read a little bit. He could read, and he could play anything. And when he get to talking about all this different stuff, you get lost. But if he show you, you could play what he playing you simple, but you couldn't improvise none of it. And it's like you would forget whatever it was he was showing you. And then he was, well, it's the G sharp, or, it's this, that, it's in the key, or this and that. And then he was totally lost. Made you feel kind of bad, because how can you have this stuff sitting right there? Your granny got an idea, but she got a little bit older now, so, arthritis and different stuff like that. The regular, well, what eventually tries to come knock on your door and tell you, you got the answer. Anyway, your ledger lines, let's get to it. Ledger lines, notes higher or lower than the range of the staff, must be written using ledger lines. Ledger lines can be used above or below the staff, right? Now, remember I was telling you as your notes go up and higher, that right there is a C. That one right there is a C. Let's see, am I right? No, that's an E. F, G. That would be an E at the bottom of this ledger. So you see that little line through there? That means it's on a ledger line. And then in between there's a space. So you're not gonna draw a whole line through there like that. You're not gonna do it. It just show you what it is, so you know what it is when you see it. With a line, a note or whatever, with a line through it. Now, down right there's a D. See there, that's an E. On here, that's a C. That's C. See, because this line right here is an A. In between there is a B. Then you have a C. Okay, go to this line. That's D. Then that, with the line of notice, that's the E. See, that's a D right there. C, E, and then D. Then back to C again right here. Well, if you're reading it and you're going this way, I went backwards, but this right here says C, E, D, E, C. Okay? It says C, low, E, we'll get to the is it in the seventh and all of that stuff. But that's a D, which there's a D right here. C right here. You see that 1, 2, 3, From the bottom, that's a D. Then you get up here, it's sitting on top of it now. The D. Down here, in between here, see right here where it's sitting and standing up on there? That space in there is this right here. A C. All righty then. I might be loading y'all up. I might leave you right here. So come back. I might have to leave you right here because I don't want to do too much. If I do too much, y'all get that right there. Get that in you. Get that in you. You just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth and back and forth, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. On the video, rewind and rewind it. I think I showed it along. Then you too can read along with that. You might gotta flip this on your TV because I'm just gonna put it up there. I got one of them flippers where it flip it back around, but I ain't gonna mess with it. I done got tired of doing it. It take up a lot of space, so it make me look like I'm a left-hand player, right? A Jimi Hendrix, Eric Gales, someone like that. Oh, update. I have boreal the screens. Would you like to see? Like the oddities. Would you like to see? They all look like they ate a whole spoon of dookie. Would you like to see? I'm gonna show you. And I killed them, put a little act right juice on it so they cannot rust. Because they will rust on you. They got something for instruments. They got a little treatment you can wipe on your strings, on your instruments, because when it start turning green, it'll turn green. But after a while, using it all the time. Now, not a violin where you put the resin on there. This is like a oil or something. I don't have that, so I just use something like WD-40. It lasts for a long time. It's penetrating though. It'll go right to it and keep that rust funky ass up off there. But these right here are the strings I took and I boiled them this morning. You did. The E, the A, the D string, the G, and let me see how thin them was almost the same. Well, this one is B, and this one is the E, high E string. Oh yeah, I'm getting down. Look, let me tell you something. Once I go in, see, I'm dropping off in. I told you, I'm dropping off in. Oh yeah, stay right now. You call me late, but don't call me late to the plate. You heard me? Cause I like me some pie. I like me some pie. Like me some good pie. Now we ain't went up here and started messing with the tuning rods yet, but guess what? We cleaning these frets. See? We shining these, getting stank. Listen, this guitar, the bass, it has so much funk played on it. It quit working. This one that had so much stank on it, it just quit. I have to clean it up. We're gonna put some more funk. We're gonna put some more funk on that bass, and we're gonna put some more stank on this right here. You just wait to see what I tell you. I'm gonna put some stank on it. I'm gonna put some stank on it. You dig? On it. Now what I'm doing right now, is I cover up my fret because I don't want to take this. I don't want to take this and scrub this the board. I don't want the vibrato board, just the fret. I want to shine and clean that up. Have it shining like a coin. Now, this thing, the reason I said this thing on there, you probably can't see it, but you probably wouldn't be able to see it. But I definitely do. And this thing been played enough. I'm going to tell you right now, because it's got some wear marks on these frets, especially up here, where it's been shaved down or something. But no, it's been played in different spots. In different spots. It's got where the string's been laid up there and played. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You can't see it. I know you can't see it. Or maybe you can. But I don't know. Follow that light, you'll see. Follow that. See that fret? See that spot right there? When you see that bead looking, where see how that line go like this right here, then all of a sudden it dispersed, and then it goes back to that's what see right there, bang. That's what's going on with a lot of these frets on here. So what does that mean? That means that one day these frets gonna have to be unbedded up out of here and put some new ones up in there. That's what that means. Let me see if I could catch that next one up here. You can really see it. You can see it better once it's shining, once I get it shining. Let's see. Can't see because it's dull. But oh yeah, there it is. See, there go a spot. There go a spot right there. There go another spot. And then you can see that? Bang. There go another one. Yeah, you got, after a while, you get to working with this stuff, you start having a jeweler's eye. I'm gonna tell you right now. Tell you right now. The women just didn't know what they was missing out on. Now, did it shotgun? Tell them. Tell them, shotgun. Shotgun, Angie, tell them, cuz. They banshees, y'all didn't deserve nothing like that. Take your stinking bubble butt. Go somewhere else. You wasn't worth it. Probably get some. You know what? I'll digress because I know somewhere down the line women gotta stick up for other women. At one point or the other. I'm crying now. I was having a hard time. Oh. But for right now, if nobody else will, I know damn well a female cousin will go to work. He don't gotta live off of your love, you funky looking. No, he can't hit no woman, but I can. I'll beat your ass. Oh, slow down, slow down. Don't drink, don't drink. Don't drink, don't drink. Let her live. But I don't put them on the spot neither. Cause that's okay. I'll fight this. I'll fight the battle. I'll deal with it. Come here, bitch. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bitch. Yep, that's what I said. When I said, I meant it. Funker. You missed out Well, that's what you was trying to make everybody know you was a bitch. You missed out. The boy ain't as dumb as you said he was. I told you. I told you my technique worked. Let them think whatever they want to. You can't tell nobody what to think out that bald head ass fucking mouth. You just be able to take that pencil and whoop that paper. Cause when you go sit down, it's just you and that paper. It don't make no difference. Then they be like, "What you doing here, nigga?" I mean, oh, welcome to the team. Yeah. He was over there laughing. I don't even know what he got in the line. But he can't even. The only credit he gonna get is when he write his name on the paper. He's laughing. And I sit over there just like an assassin, a ninja. Go in there and kick that test ass. You heard me? Even the one that it's when you get so far, man. It's one. It's like it don't even have. It just you can't even leave it blank. And it's like, what the fuck is this really? Is it an equation? Is it a question? Is it an answer? Is it a conclusion? What is this? You know what I mean? And you answer to the best of your intelligence, man. You whoop that motherfucker. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's about that pencil whooping, sitting down, pencil whooping them tests, man. Every damn test, I don't care what it's for, rocket science. It's got the same shit on there, isn't that right? It got the same fucking same thing from the beginning to the end until you get into a certain whatever it is you into. Then it asks you the hell question. That's when you got to answer. You know, that's when it really changed. All that comprehension and the other stuff, man. As I say, I don't care. It's different ways of being asked. That's why you got to go through if you're determined and take every battery so that you won't be surprised when you set up that. Oh wait a minute, that's not the answer. Yeah, you got to learn how to fix this to adapt to anything. You know what to do. You put it in your toolbox and leave people ass over there looking ashy as fuck. Not only need you to be sarcastic. Now, son of a bitch, don't ever question me again. They want to shake your hand. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You started first. Get the fuck out of here. Now you want to be my best friend. Yeah, I bet you do. Right now, I want to be my best friend. Matter of fact, I'm already my best friend. Come on, best friend. Let's rock, man. We're going to go get us some Barbara Clark. But yeah, I'm going to let y'all right there. I'm going to work you out now. You ready? Is you ready for more love? I don't think y'all ready for more love. So I don't even like dissing nobody, but when they be talking that shit, you gotta learn how to fight. You gotta learn how. And that's what I consider fighting. I try to teach my nephews and nieces that, yeah, that other bullshit, that's old. Anybody could do that one. The real shit is being able to sit down and cross that I, dot that T. You hear me? Shit. Yeah. Let them keep thinking you're a dummy. Let them think all they want. And then here's another thing. Don't let sarcasm, don't let that catch you neither. Where all of a sudden you smarter than a motherfucker want to start asking you a whole bunch of questions. They want to play. No, I don't play shit. And go back to reading a book or something. Get into have your nice little soda and get into reading your book or something, minding your own business. You'll learn it after a while. Get the fuck away from people, man. try to call you antisocial, you just go to your amendments and break them off a piece. You do not have a right to privacy. Then get the fuck out of my face then. That's like a motherfucker. Man, I ain't finna go there neither. Let me just slow down. When I'm done teaching you, you're gonna learn how to bang. And that's the thing about it is that's why that's why I land. You learn how to bang in that book. You get it, yeah. It's all kind of, you learn how to bang with that book. Be intelligent. You might not use it all, but let me tell you something. You ain't stuck. You can talk about anything. You become intellectual, to say the least. But it's all for you to adapt yourself out here for employment, so you can learn your way. You know, there ain't no tell, it's just common sense. You know, don't fall for that once you learn it. Oh, I'm so special. You know, it's just common sense. That's how you have to put it. Common sense. You out here, and that's all you gotta do, and move on with your life. Because you gotta go and do some of this stuff. It's just common. Okay. Unless you want to play all them other games, unless somebody gets you upset, cause you can be just like I told you earlier. I don't know nothing about that. Oh my God, no, I don't know. You might do, and then let them tell you if you want to listen. Just dumb dude talking. You know where they didn't walk their ass way out on the damn limb. It's like he shouldn't go that far out. Well, I didn't know that. Wow, damn, you just showed me something. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to go check that out. You know, you don't have to be sorry. You could tell a person that's being sarcastic from a person that's just being natural. They don't know. They want to know, and they just try to, talk, you know, converse, if you will. Be social. Then that's another way of getting to know somebody. Well, if you come to so and so, we do this all the time, and it don't make no difference if you don't know it. Because a lot of times, you read it one way, then you get in a whole nother, in a whole nother journal or a whole nother book, and they're teaching it this way. You see what I'm talking about? It's like, oh, well, you must have been reading so and so. See what I'm talking about? Woo! Telling you. Prime example is some people's on King James version, and some of us on some other what is the other Bible written by something else? You know what I mean? It does a lot of more here's and thous and these and da-da-da. And the other ones are straight out talk to you. Whatever you read. And it sounds like it's been written like you're reading Shakespeare or something. Shakespeare experience. Like she says, Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? I'm here, darling. Throw down your hair. If thou may I come and be with you tonight. Period. You know what? You're being suggested. What you trying to say? You want somebody to let go my head. You're ripping my tongue out. Oh, you got such a grip on that thing. Why you nasty? Why you nasty? Oh my God. What do you got coming out of that? What do you got coming out of that octopus? Oh my God. Oh my God, is that what? Oh my God, is that juice? What is that? Is that piss? Oh my God, you pissed on my face. Oh man, that was something else, huh? Woo! Then I was gonna say meow, meow. Be fighting like something. God damn. Let me go. Yep. Shitty kitty, let me go. Be fighting. You hear them cats going, meow, meow, meow. Then all of a sudden they start fighting. I bet, can anybody tell me why they do that? Can anyone tell me why? One cat get up on the other cat back, on the other cat's back. And then at first it's all good. All you hear is meow, meow. Then all of a sudden they start fighting. Oh man! And then the other cat come up there like, come on, let's play, right? Keep bagging up to him, like, oh, you don't want nothing. All right, you want to mess with me? Then next thing you know, do what a cop would do. Then all of a sudden, she turned her head all the way around to the back, like, wow, and start fighting on him. What kind? Now you want to fight the boy. Why now you want to fight the boy? You little shitty kitty. But yeah, we're gonna learn this thing, man. We're gonna play we're gonna put some more stank on this guitar. You hear me? Probably go for a long while, I'm gonna tell you right now. We're gonna put some funk on that bass. We're gonna make that bass funky. Well, I'm telling you. We're gonna make that bass funky, and we're gonna make this guitar stanky. Yeah. Put some stank on it. Put some funk on the bass and put some stank on the guitar. You understand? Be like that Strange. Oh, it never stank so good. Strange. Oh, Strange. Oh, Strange. Oh, the Uncola man, he took them drawers and he took them drawers and put them right in his zoot coat jacket. He the only one kept it real. The rest of them, oh, them drawers. Woo. Let's see, it was 2000 and I bet you 2010. I'm in the library and I'm messing with the computer, as they say, on the internet, and I see Larry Fishburne, And he's standing up there and he's mad about something. I'm like, what are you mad about? What is you pissy about? And he's pissy because his daughter ruined her silver screen future. And then I saw what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, you're right about that. Ain't no coming to some reason. If you go that way, they don't want to be bothered with you no more on the silver screen. You is through. She went doing some porno. It looked like I seen her little legs and everything on her back. Looked like somebody had put a damn blunt on her back. You know what I'm saying? While they doing the do and put a blunt on her damn back, she looked just like man, how is you looking like? She looked just like him except for a girl. Now don't get it wrong. This ain't for bashing the girl. You did what she wanted to do, but what she thought. I guess maybe I ain't got no answer for it. But I thought the same thing that most people do. Shit, why didn't you take advantage? What's so important about that? But she ain't the only one. She ain't even do no movies or nothing. Just that. You know. But the girl from Family Matters, that little girl, their little brother the little sister that they started out with, the littlest one. She is a porn star as well. I'm like, wow. And it's like, man, that's fucked up because it's like they cheap as fuck. It's like they cheap as fuck. You know what I mean? Them old 1980 ass old VH1 tapes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. Wait the fuck up, man. Wait one damn minute. Y'all must have been doing this shit way back in Dick Diggler or something. I don't get you. Oh yeah, is that true? Is it true? Y'all done, I mean, it's cheap as fuck. I mean, damn, what money is y'all getting out of it? You might well kept on being a child actress till you got your shit right, man. Till they gave you something better than that. That was so weak. That was so, and then it's just ruined after that. But what happens is, now, before I go there, Thelma. You wonder why she never went nowhere else after Good Time. Excuse me, y'all. Nah, I don't know who ain't like some Thelma, man. Thelma bad to the bone, you dig. Every boy that had a crush on her, right? Good times. She's in them books, right? And you know how you be looking at them books and you be like, nah. And this is back in the 80s when I seen these books, right? 'Cause I always wondered what happened to. I got to looking in this book, man, and I see this person. I like, you be like, nah, that ain't none of them because they got more class. You know what I'm saying? They got more class than that. They wouldn't be in here. Sure enough, man. Later on, damn, show that person. I'm like, shit. No wonder. No wonder you didn't see him do nothing else no more. Telling you, if for y'all youngins out here, don't fall for that porn shit. until you absolutely sure that's not what movies and stuff you don't want to be in. That's you absolutely sure that's what you want to do, because they don't want your ass, not even in a cameo. I'm gonna tell you that. That means you just walk through. Oh, how you doing? Oh, not today. We're gonna do something else. And blase, you have a good one. Hello, this is Winky Dinky Dog. May I take your order? You can't even do none of that shit. Now that's what he was pissed off about. I didn't know that at first. I was like, oh, I got to see it. I was like, oh, I see what you mean. Oh well, it's your life, baby. That's all you can say to anybody. It's your life. He's pissed off because one of the little dudes. But fuck, she rich. She was rich. Her daddy had gave her some money. You think he ain't gonna look out for that little baby? You just look up there and everything. He looking at. Can you imagine that? You get to looking through there. You get your little pervert on. Then you look up and you seeing your own daughter. You don't think that's that person, and you looking at your whole daughter's self. You getting excited about it. You know what I mean? Like, and then you look and see all that fucked up. You be mad in the hell. That's why I be telling you, bro, man. Look here, man. Look, bitch. You better open your motherfucking mouth. These my kids or not. Because people get out here, you don't know. You don't see girls they grow up, get certain age shit. They grown. You know what I'm talking about. And then you look, ask them, hey, what's your name? And you say, well, who's your mom? Who your peoples? Where you be over there throwing up your goddamn guts. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, so man, you better get to know your children. You better know who they are. You just out here spitting them out. That's the last thing you do. You want to encounter some shit like that. Now, would you? That go for the mother too. You out here looking for you a young strapping guy, and damn it, you ain't seen none of your kids. You done had them or something. Next thing you know, that's who's over there at the club, swinging balls and you all up on your neck, all up on your nose. Now, let me tell you something. Y'all women, y'all get just as silly as men when it comes to this stripping shit. You don't care about no other woman standing there looking at you when all eyes is on that ass, right? What he doing? The same thing men do when they go to that club. They ain't worried about the next man. He got his eyes on that prize. You heard me. Then they cut the light on. Then somebody would get the fuck. He got a big ass. He got a big a flashlight. Is black, with leather on that bitch. It's a little bit longer than this one. Please believe me. He tell you, all right, get the fuck out of here. You like, man, get the fucking pervert. I'll beat your fucking. Get the fuck out of this club. Get out of here. That'll wake you up. Turn the light on. Party's over. Get the fuck out. Ain't nice neither. All right, wake the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So. Once all the shaking and gyrating and money thrown up in they on the floor, on their back and everywhere, shit. They cut the light on and it's time to go get the fuck out of here. And they have crazy looking motherfucking. I believe they be trained to do that. Don't be nice to these motherfuckers. Talk to them raggedy. Tell them to get the fuck on out of here. Fuck out of here. Now that one is pretty raggedy. Let me see. Let me see. That one is pretty raggedy. See if I get some lightage on that one. See them dimples and different stuff like that. They use a little bit of fret work. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It might be another one. They ain't even talking. Motherfucker hit you in your ear with that goddamn big ass sap, man. Don't make no fucking move. Just get your goddamn ass on out the door and hit the parking lot and get the fuck out of here. You think I'm playing? I ain't playing. I ain't bullshitting. Cause look, I wasn't one of them security guards, but look, when it comes to these clubs and shit, man, you gotta be. I understand what you're saying. All right, motherfucker, it's time to get your ass on up out of here. You can talk nice, bit. Party's over, nigga. Because they gotta get you out from around them females, so you ain't waiting for them to come out and start fucking with them. They gotta be that all the way. Making, they there to make money, right? And if you didn't pull some, you know, a number or whatever ain't kosher to the culture, goddamn it, they getting your ass on out from around there. There's been too many people that, you know, try to classify them as trash and shit. No, they're human just like you. Now shit over, get the fuck out of here. They just one of them ones that had guts enough to show you everything they got. And you willing to look. Now get the fuck out. And finding them in the ditch and all kind of dumbass shit. Now why you want to do it? You know what I'm talking about. You gotta, man, listen. It's a filthy job, but somebody got to do it. You can't be running around here killing up all the pussy. Let's get that perfectly clear. And don't nobody else give a damn. They just might take your ass to the club, brush your motherfucking teeth, nigga, comb your hair, have a couple of dollars. Because while you sitting in the club, you can't just be sitting there looking. You gotta buy some beer or something. And then a motherfucker, one beer costs you $5. Probably went up, probably $10. And the drink is like, the shots are like, what, $20? Hmm? Something like that. Maybe more than that $15. Shit, you just never fucking know. Especially in this corona. Right? But yeah. Or some of them going to college trying to pay their college tuition because the college does and motherfuckers do want some money. They be robbing motherfuckers. Because after you learn whatever, you got thousands of people filling out application for applying for that same shit. Trust me. Don't think you special after you get them credentials. You still gotta apply yourself out here. try to find employment. Whatever it is million goddamn people trying to be the same fucking thing you doing. That's just like the computer shit, man. Computer programmer, computer, anything to do with the damn computer, even a computer repairman and shit. Come to find out, it's just, you go through all that bullshit and it's just a little kid to come along and show you and take the fucking motherboard out and put a whole nother one, the motherfucker right back working again. You paying how much money? $10,000 for them to teach you all that shit, and you go the long way. You know, all this shit in this fucking board, you supposed to learn about all these different little components in there. And all it is at the end of it, recognize what's not working, unplug the motherfucker, plug a new one in there, and you can work on that shit on your own time. That's real tough. Please believe me, I had all them books, all that shit, man. Boy, I wouldn't say a waste of my time or nothing like that. But I will say this much. Yeah, that's something else too. I know it wasn't worth what they was trying to get out of me once upon a time, man. Is I ain't giving you a fucking dime. And then most of the ones, you know, you keep up with all the people that was along with you in that shit. They went far, and they said they couldn't get not one job nowhere fucking with no computer. That shit was crazy as I don't know what. And what's crazy, even more crazy. Oh man, I dropped that thing. I don't know where the fuck it went. What was even more crazy is, and then you go to, what was it, Tech Community College. If you went to Tech Community College, they gave you the whole shit, and then whatever was actually new. If you was fucking around with anybody else, all that stuff there, one more program, and then you asking for more assistance, more money to take the damn class, thinking, you know, you don't want to be ahead, you want to be on time. You go down to Tech Community College, and they got all that shit, all of it, even more than they was showing you. And they're just, you know, feeding you like a little chicken, you know. Like, man, that shit is bogus as fuck. And they didn't get no work, no nothing, no nothing had anything to do with. Only thing they had was bragging rights that they did go to school and got some schooling. You did. Yeah. Where I started fucking around with Gateway Electronics Institute. I walked in that bitch when I was about, I bet you 13 or 14 years old, and they told me I wasn't old enough yet. What you mean I ain't old enough yet? It was up off of Leavenworth, off of, it was like, wasn't 24th, it was like 23rd. See, Leavenworth goes east and west, and then the streets go, well, it goes up in numbers, east and west, goes up in numbers, east and west. And Leavenworth, I mean the streets from, you know, from north to south. Yeah, from north to south. And the numbers go up from east to west, right? But it was off 23rd, somewhere off, not far from, a couple of blocks from Leavenworth Street south of it. It used to be an old ass Skaggs up there, and Mexican people taking that over, right? It's some kind of store, but it ain't Skaggs no more. And it's back up on one off that street. It's what's his name? I would keep wanting to say Zarinsky, but what's his name? Nebraska's coach is a park. What's his name? I can't think of his goddamn name now, but he was in Cornhuskers college football coach. But it's a park right there, and it's on the east side of that park. That little strip that goes along there. That's where they had veterinarian school. Gateway Electronics used to be there. Then it moved out on uh, where was the fuck it was at, man? It was on way out there by the man. Damn, it's been so long ago. I damn it can't even remember. Let me see. Way out on 125th or something like that. You thought it was something real, man. You know what I mean? You thought a lot of. Then it moved to 89th and something out there, man. Between Ralston or somewhere like that, man. Ralston. But you take the it was out on 120 something in Pacific Street. If I'm not mistaken. Then it moved back to 89th, back even more south over in the Ralston area, but back in the 89th block. It was so bogus, man. I think they went and got at them shit. Them students wasn't falling for that shit. It was too many. It was back in the 90s, man. Like 1990, 1991, somewhere around in there. I started fucking with them out there. And then all these little funky programs, them is first thing you start out was DOS. Then you went to Cobalt. Then you went to this other shit called Java. Then you went to this other shit called Fortran or something like that. Just a bunch of bullshit, man. Me, I didn't want to just go to the programs like, yo, you gotta know that anyway. I want to fuck with the computers and all these little gadgets and all that shit, how it worked, and started fucking with it, man. Then I decided, I had a woman. She was alright. She was pretty smart. She was going to Howard University. Then she got pregnant by some character that was a native of Omaha. I remember the guy from school. I was there as a senior. I mean, as a junior, and he was graduating as in the ROTC. And he had all his little color uh, guard, little uh, bands and shit up on his shoulder or whatever. You know, I seen him. He's running through. He's a senior. And then he left, I guess. And then I guess she fell in love with him, but she ended up pregnant, had a kid, and came back. Now by this time, shit, that was in 1980, 81 and 82. You know how school starts in the year prior. And you got that little year, and then it ends in the next year, it's, summertime or whatever. So that was 81 or 81. And I meet her in like, 1989. As a matter of fact, I went to Detroit, Michigan. And I stayed there with one of my uncles' houses. I stayed one of my uncle's houses. And he owned the house. It was in Highlands Park. But he was married to a mayor, or his lady was mayor or something like that, Mexican woman or something like that. Now you think I'm kidding, but I ain't. And when I went at the time, and right down the street, I met this guy. Well, him and his sister, they was the neighbors or whatever, and they was real cool, right? It's 1989. This is going into like, was it the fall or something like that? And anyway, at this time, Digital Underground was pretty live with that. What's his name? With the Humpty Dance and all of that. Oh, do me, baby. The hump. Okay. Anyway, this guy was a superstar and was on 1989 now. He played for Boston College. And he was on the Sports Illustrated, right on the front of that sumbitch. He was cool. When I talked to him, he was in limbo. He didn't know what he wanted to do. His mom wanted him to finish, but he was thinking about going on to the pros and shit. And he's like, he was like, had a decision to make. And his sister was lean, kind of dark. And let me tell you something, they don't be having time to fuck around. When I went to Detroit, of course I went there and I learned, I went to this 8 Mile Road and all that shit, but down that street, down Woolworth Street, you just keep on going, you're going to see the original building of the Sears and Roebuck down there. Then you see a lot of Muslim jids and people walking around in Muslim attire with these belts to the level of whatever, red, yellow, whatever like that, right? Masjid is what I'm saying. Then you just keep on. When you get down to the end of Woolworth Street, you come to Joe Louis Park, and it's got a arm with a fist on it like that. It's got a chain on it. And it's like some kind of like what you call that thing? A pendulum. Like a pendulum. Big old pendulum. And then you go to that park, and first thing you see is there's a tennis court, and you see a bunch of ducks and stuff all around there. And then as you go in, it's just really made up real nice. And you walk through there and shit. Yeah. So I met this woman after that, man. As I come back from there, I had been there, and then I went to. I had been there, and then I went to Minnesota for a little bit. Man, yeah. So I got stories for you. Well, how this look, y'all? How this look to you? I shine them up a little bit with a little work on them frets. A little dusty, still a little dusty. Clean it up. But yeah, we'll be back, y'all. I'm gonna cut it right here. You know I am Mo Love, and this is my bass guitar, and we shall be back to give you some more lessons in this book on sight reading music. You understand where I'm coming from. Where I'm coming from. All right. We shall return.